There's nothing like the confidence you get from rock climbing, the adrenaline that comes from skiing, or the euphoria of hiking to the top of a mountain. But birding is best for the soul. Let me explain. It is a nice spring morning here in the Yukon. I have the morning basically before I go to site for work, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go to this little place just by the airport near my hotel room, Paddy's Pond, and we're gonna see if we can spot any birds. I already hear them, which is a great sign. Pond should be, free of ice, so hopefully we'll see some birds there. I think it'll be a good spot to check, but if not, I'm gonna spend a nice couple of hours early in the morning walking around and looking at things, and that is going to be great for me and my mental health before I go and work 12-hour days in a row. So let's go. I feel like there are so many jokes about how you start birding when you get older, and maybe that is why I've started in this last year, but I think there is more to it than that. I honestly think that it is one of the best outdoor activities for my mental health, and not just for the simple fact that getting outside is being shown to improve your mental health. When you go for a hike or run in the woods, you don't often slow down and really look around, but with birding, you have to be slow, you have to be quiet, you have to listen, and you have to watch as carefully as you can. And this exercise truly changes the way you walk through the forest. I often trail run as a form of meditation. Birding is a different kind. It's a more peaceful and happy kind of meditation. Instead of feeling more focused and having the endorphins from exercise, I am left with the sense of connection to the land and a calmness from slowing things down. So I made it down to this little pond, and so far the only thing I've seen is a kinglet. I'm actually not great on my birds. Birding is new to me, so I'm learning. I think it was a kinglet. I generally use this app called Merlin Bird ID, which I actually find is super helpful because I hear them before I see them, and it's really great to be able to sort of like hear them, see them, like a picture of them, and then be able to look and try and look for that bird. Find that a lot easier than like kind of guessing at what the bird is going to be when you don't know. Fortunately, the pond is still mostly frozen over, so it doesn't look like there's any waterfowl down here. I was hoping to see some ducks. There are a lot of seagulls, which is kind of crazy. I really don't think I would have anticipated seeing seagulls in the middle of the Yukon this early in the year, but they're here. Okay, so using my app here, I am pretty sure these are short-billed gulls because the only other gull in the area is only in this area for breeding. I feel like that's probably not the right time, so pretty sure they're short-billed gulls. Honestly, this is probably why I like birding, is like I feel like I end up learning so many things. Like there's so many different gulls. Like who would have thought that there were so many different gulls in the Yukon, of all places too. Yeah, sometimes it's just nice to learn. Okay, somewhere in that tree is a ruby-crested kinglet. And oh my god, okay, so some ducks just landed. Okay, there are some ducks. Let's go see if we can figure out what ducks those are. Man, I need a zoom lens. This 15 to 35 is not going to cut it for birding. Finding gratitude is extremely important for our happiness. And I think birding naturally fosters gratitude. There's something about finding excitement in seeing a small brown bird that makes you feel grateful for the small things. A tiny, seemingly unimportant bird is beautiful and miraculous if you really take time to watch it. And this isn't one of those cases where somebody tells you to just relax when you are stressed. The gratitude isn't forced. When you go looking for birds and you finally find one, no matter how small or dull, and you watch it, you will find something wonderful about it. And I truly find this translating to my everyday. Birding has brought a greater appreciation for everything in my life. All right, so I'm essentially out of time. Gotta go back now, but I feel great. I feel very calm, very centered. There's something about just, walking through the woods very slowly, really listening and looking for things that's just like, I don't know, it really presents you. It's like very meditative. We saw some ruby-crowned kinglets, mallards, some short-billed gulls, and there were quite a few robins out actually as well. So I guess it is springtime, so it's robin season. And it's weird because normally I wouldn't care about seeing many of those birds. Like you see mallards and robins all the time, but there is something about going birding and actively looking for those things that I feel like makes me appreciate them so much more, and I love that. And I honestly think this might be the best outdoor sport out there, at least for me, for like my soul, rather than necessarily my body or anything like that. So yeah, give birding a try. All you need is, you know, binoculars, and not even necessarily good ones. I got these for my grandpa, and I'd get like a Merlin bird ID so you can identify them and listen for them and use that to try and see them. And I think you're gonna have a great time.